Does anyone wish to do a recap?
Nope.
I can do one if you want, but
Go for it.
alrighty.
If you get something up for it, no stress. No stress otherwise.
Is it the abridged
Do you want the
version?
short version or the full version?
How about we do the summary of the summary?
The summary of the summary.
Having watched these.
Well, since I was reading through it while you were all talking, I don't actually have to read it as I go,
Awesome.
which might mean I can summarize it a bit. Alrighty, so we stuck in town and we restocked. Sean went to Pious Way and talked to kindly Ollery for a bit. While he was there, a random chick turned up who turned out to be Dredora Maiden of the Truth Barn, is it?
Dredora.
Dredora.
Maiden of the Truth
Maiden of the Truth Barn. Yep. And she was telling Sean how she needed salvation, yada yada, because she's a psychotic mercenary. Talked to, that's her. Talked to someone, and they said to seek out Sir Etten and let him know that she's back in town.
Sir Etienne.
Yep.
Sir Etienne. Yep.
Sir Etienne has 2 heads and is about 12 feet tall.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep getting them mixed up.
Good guy.
They look so similar. Savan went to find information from a boss. Couldn't find the boss. Bumped into Dol Kruber.
I'm Kruber now.
Yep, who's looking at the obelisks, complaining that they're not working anymore. The keep's pretty empty, hunting around, and couldn't find her boss, but there was a guard there who asked if Savan could chase off Fat Bert from his sister. Lenza and Minerva went for potions and poisons and bought some 3 potions of healing and a potion of heroism. Oh no, they passed up on the potion of heroism.
Yes, we did. We didn't have money for it anyway.
Yep, fair enough. We regroup at the Sly Wink. We have a list of stuff we decide to do, which is to make contact with Sir Etienne, look into Lacrima's Keep, see if Lashonara's in town, has a way of restraining Dol, making a number of continual light necklaces, write spells in the spells books, bully Fat Bert, and studying the Prince's Rod.
Mm-hmm. We also talked to a member of the Brotherhood.
Well, that was the list of stuff we wanted to do. We went to Lashonara's place. Couldn't find him, but Vildris turned up. He asked if he can help because Lashonara's away. Vildris noticed that Minerva is cursed and wants to go somewhere private to discuss the book. He takes the book from Minerva. We show him the priceless rod, which he identifies as a rod of magic missiles, and gives us the pass key for it. He offers to kill Dol, but we politely decline. During the search for Lashonara, we come across Haradnai. I'm not even going to...
Haradni?
Haradni. I'm not even going to attempt to do the last name because I can't get the first name right.
Deforche.
Yeah, whatevs. Yeah, I know what she looks like. We tell her we got rid of the book. She offers to come and help kill Mai the Immortal. And she's not amused that Tredora's back in town. She also sticks around to help protect us from her. They used to be comrades in arms. And she's going by her mother's name, not her own. Because of things she did with Dredora. Lacrima's Keep, our research into that basically says that we believe the spirit is the washerwoman who was murdered 100 years ago. The murder was attributed to a ritual from a cult worship being there, and they bound her spirit to the rocks in the area. Scriveners have noticed that the increase in the sightings of the undead in the recent months. They believe that this may be something to do with the obelisks.
And that she's more powerful at night.
Yes, believes that the spirit ages those it comes in contact with. How is not sure, but those who have died have aged significantly. Recently there's been no survivors. Magic weapons are a must to injure the spirit. Minerva wins the MVP. Most violent player.
I mean, as a washerwoman, she's clearly stealing some of the clothes she's washing, if that's what she's wearing.
Oh, nice pickup. If only you were, an active character at the time, I would have given you some bonus XP.
Yeah. But it's more fun to, pick these things up afterwards.
You also didn't mention Leela the Fortune Teller, did you?
Well, no, because we went and saw her instead of... Because we decided not to beat up Fat Bert and actually talk to the sister. Yep. And she said, F off, he's got muscles. And we said, yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
F off, he's got muscles, and I can make my own decisions as a fully sentient being. Or as close as any of us can reasonably expect to be.
I mean... Yes.
There's more muscle and fat there, to be fair.
Yeah.
My opinion, Grail, of that summary?
Yep.
Worth 200 XP, given right now.
No.
Yes.
199 XP. It filled the holes.
Yeah, it's good to see that dog is wearing a mask. You can go out in public.
Yep.
As can Batman.
Yep.
Alright, I'll give you an extra 50 XP for that. That sound fair, guys?
Wow! Hey, look, it was just a gift, but I'll take that 50 XP. That's fine.
If you quickly write
does
all
Henry
of that
give anything
into the summary of the session on the app, the session update, you will get 150 for that. You would have enough to level. I'm just saying.
Oh, so you want me? That's what I did last time.
Yeah,
but
then I got
this was a good summary.
No, you get bonus to that. Yeah, that's right. You put stuff about the high vaulted ceilings and the candle smoke blowing against the wind and smelling.
That's because I was.
You were stoned?
No, I was half asleep and I was just typing while I was asleep with my eyes shut and I wasn't really focusing. Was that session 41?
Yes.
So listening to those recaps have honestly been rather like.
I think they've been good recaps.
Oh dear.
I didn't say they weren't good recaps.
Alright, so, in that case, yes, I'll put you guys... You're currently at Sumberton.
Oh, look at that. The synopsis is updated. There you go.
Nice.
Hey, I've got enough experience to level up. How about we stay around in town for a couple more days?
You don't get the XP that you earned this session until the end of the session, just as an FYI.
Wow. So you've told him to expect that the whole thing, and then you're going to kill him off with 2 minutes of the session left to go. That is cold, Grail. Cold.
No, he doesn't need to do that. I'll do it myself. Probably saving one of you numpties, but anyway.
So you'll note that I've got tokens for you guys on the map as well now.
Yes.
So you can put yourselves where you are currently
No.
located. Makes it easy.
We've collected all the goods that we had being made, is that correct? The armor and the backpacks and stuff?
Yes. If there was a couple of days left, we could just say that it happened. Not a problem.
Perfect.
You also have
And
the flame
Kruber.
lance, which is very important.
What was that, sorry, Oz?
We have the flame lance, which is very important.
That's right.
I am Kruber. Kruber's a fish now.
That he is. Okay. Ooh. Did we lose someone or we gain someone?
Technically gained someone.
Hey, hello, welcome.
Way to play yourself up, Al.
Well, yeah, I know. Gotta manage expectations. Something.
Hands up if you'd give Al a hug. Look, Al, look at all the hands that are up. You're loved.
Who were we buying the heavy armor for? Was it just
It was the two
hirelings?
It was the two retainers, yes.
Okay.
Kukulain and Aaron. They're going to be retainers in plate mail now. Or was it half plate? It might have been half plate.
I think it was half plate.
Yeah.
The best armored of us, except for Hypatia.
Yep.
Nice.
Sean was contemplating getting heavy army, but he decided it wasn't worth the pain. He liked being able to move and run away instead.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
It's
good
nice.
choice.
Okay, so, excuse me. You guys will probably all, at some stage, over the course of the day, etc., meet back up, finally, at the Sly Wink. Again, it's a fairly raucous type evening. Lots of adventurers, because, again, it's an adventurers' bar, having their drinks in the evening, telling tall tales, etc. The doll is off to the side. He's got that helmet that he's somehow managed to procure, and telling everybody that he's Kruber now, and having a good old time, and seems to have been become quite popular with a number of people here, especially when he buys them drinks all the time. You're not sure where he's getting the money from, but it seems to be flowing fairly freely.
Now, did you want me to take that out of the party kitty now?
No, it's fine. I've still got access to that.
Oh dear.
The evening will, as most evenings end, be a little bit warm and fuzzy, and you guys will toddle off to your beds. In the morning, as you prepare for the day, you'll realise that I'm the Kruber now isn't with you anymore. The original Kruber is there, bleary-eyed, kind of seems to be favouring his left arm a bit, propped up in the corner of a room, not his normal room, has a slightly dented helmet, which isn't his, over his head, and he's hugging a Zweihander.
Is it the same Zweihander that I'm the Kruber now had?
It is, or it looks, it looks to be.
Oh.
Whose room am I in?
Let's say you're in Minerva's.
Oh no.
Because he was the one. He was the one that asked the immediate question. So clearly he was having a look.
What happened to the forest?
I don't know. I'll quickly run and get Sean.
What? Why? What was Minerva doing in my room? When did I have a room?
Evil.
Are we sure this is a real Kruber?
Exactly. We should go find that Vildris guy. He'll probably know.
Can we trust Vildris?
Absolutely not.
Hey, what do you mean? He helped us with everything.
He's an elf.
He's an elf.
Fair point.
I know that other lady. Who was that?
So far, elves have been just as trustworthy as anybody else.
Including us.
Me.
Not very.
Well, most of the elves are very trustworthy. You can trust them to be assholes.
So elves.
Consistency is key.
Absolutely. So yes, Minerva rushed off to get Sean, did you?
Yeah.
Do you say that as you're going?
Yeah, I am like, Sean!
What?
Run off. What?
Oh,
so Minerva and Sean are now a thing? Minerva and Sean, I didn't realise, but what's Minerva doing in, I assume this is my room, and where's the damn forest?
What's the last thing you remember?
Forest in your room.
Well, I'm clearly in a room, so I assume it's mine. I mean, this sore arm is mine, but we were just in the forest.
Why is your arm sore? I will start doing a... Do you want me to inspect you for injuries? Like, we haven't seen you for a while.
What do you mean a while? Like, I was waiting... I've been waiting here, which I thought was the forest, and now it's not a forest and you're telling me you haven't seen me. It was just a couple of days.
Yeah.
Which forest? The Laughing Woods?
Yeah? Which other forest?
No.
That was like a week ago now or something.
More than a week. We've been in town.
Sorry,
for a week.
which forest, Grill?
The Grove of
Do you mean the
Icicles?
Grove of
The Grove of Icicles. The Grove of Icicles, that's where we've been. We haven't been to any other forests.
We came back from the Grove of Icicles like a while ago, as in 2 weeks ago.
No, we were in the Grove of Icicles a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah, see, this
You
is
were
the
in the
thing.
Grove of Icicles a couple of
We
seconds
weren't.
ago.
We've been being chased around by this doll guy pretending to be you. One of those doll guys, you know.
What have you guys been getting up to while my back was turned?
Well,
Shopping,
you know,
shopping mostly.
the usual mischief, but yeah, mostly shopping. Very boring shopping. I've been spending my time helping the poor because I got sick of these guys buying shit.
Check out my new
they
backpack.
are
Show me-
stimulating
look
the
at your
local environment.
Let me have a look at his arm.
Here.
Okay.
That bleeding bit, that hurts when you touch it.
Do you want me to make it not bleed?
It's
Is
not
this a
really
trick
bleeding.
question?
It's more like there's probably blood there. Lots of bruising. It looks to be some kind of serious injury. Not.
Attempt to heal it? Can I do that?
You can, but your medical training, you believe that your magical healing is not powerful enough to heal this. Time might be lucky enough to heal it, or you might need to seek more powerful magics elsewhere.
Might have to beg and grovel off someone more better than me, because you're beyond my help. Sorry, buddy.
Have you not been able to level in the reasonable time? I mean, I'm sure you could.
What are you talking about? It's only been 2 days.
Apparently not.
Oh.
Apparently you've been carrying me around, only not me. And, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for this Zweihander you've given me, but I don't really know why you gave it to me.
Oh no, we didn't give it to you. You stole it from someone. Or
what happened to
the
your
other you
gear?
stole it from someone.
I haven't done anything.
Yeah,
what
do you actually have any gear?
What have you done with your stuff?
He's got his stuff.
Oh, okay.
His stuff's kind of jumbled up into a corner elsewhere. You didn't notice it at first because, the shock of seeing Jaquan in the room, but he was, wearing this dented hat or helmet and hugging fairly tightly as Zweihander.
That's not how I injured my arm. Also, my stuff being in this room, once again, makes it reasonably clear Minerva's in my room, and I think we should just slow things down a bit, especially as you and Sean seem to have something going on here.
Have I noticed this commotion by now?
Yeah, you will all be able to become aware of what is happening. And the fact that you are in the Sly Wing still, you are drawing attention of other people as well. There's, heads are popping out of rooms, people are kind of walking past and having a bit of a gander.
Heads are popping?
Yep, heads are popping.
What kind of psychic malady is going on here?
It's the end of Kingsman.
Okay, I was going to say it's Kingsman, isn't it?
When you say the end of Kingsman, you mean the climax, not the end of Kingsman / climax.
The head popping, not the...
Yeah. Other popping.
Terrible.
Well, I was going to say we're all consenting adults here, so...
All of you to assure you I'm an adult.
Well, this is new. This is different.
So-
Have you got a new approved fake Kruber? What?
So
How am I fake?
just before that, what was the last thing you remember before waking up, waking up or being here in the Sly Wing?
We were in the Grove of Icicles. We were going to wait.
Wait for...
Well, the rest of the party to come back out.
Out of where?
The Grove.
So you didn't go into the Grove at all?
No. I've been standing here waiting guard as was decided.
Oh.
Although I'm not here anymore. I mean, this looks... Ooh. This smells a lot like the Sly Wink. Is it a
Yeah.
Is
we're in a
it
slightly-
Wednesday? That smells very much like their Wednesday grey soup. Please tell me they're still doing the cheese spreads, right?
They do.
Excellent.
Cool. Well, I guess.
You're back, so that's good. Who cares what else is
I'm
going
back. I'm Kruber now. I've always been who I was.
Not quite.
see,
Your
the
replacement
other guy
was.
Say I'm
You
Kruber
did a
now.
very bad job.
Why would I have said that? I am. I don't need to say it.
Okay.
Can you still use that weapon with your arm banged up like that? Can you use the Swirehander?
Technically, yes. Not as effectively as ordinarily, and most importantly, it's gonna hurt some.
Yeah. Let's get if Sean's.
Sean will wash it and clean it as best he can, and suggest we go and get help from kindly Ollery.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Well, I can't. Oh, surely there's better like specialists in town for healing.
Well, he seems to be powerful, and it's always,
He
we
is
have
like
to
the
make him.
head of Sean's church as well, so some
And-
respect.
And we want to see what he wouldn't hurt to see what he's up to. As he was concerned about things, and other people concerned about things, so
Sure.
So I'm quite happy to do that.
Have we told him about the newcomer yet?
He
No,
don't
since
think
he
so.
doesn't remember going up against the slug.
What newcomer? I'm still right here in the room.
No, the not Kruber, the other lady that's got
Savan.
what's her name worried.
Savan.
Mm-hmm.
No, not Savan. Who's the one that everyone's scared of?
Oh, what is it? Dradora.
Fedora.
Oh yes,
Wow.
yes, that's right.
What about her?
He doesn't recognise Siobhan, by the way.
Yeah, he hasn't seen her yet.
Well,
No, he would.
He has, but he doesn't remember that because he thinks that he's lost the time of the tree fight.
Yeah, he has.
We fought a tree?
Yep.
Well, we fought
we
a
won.
tree, and
Yes,
we took down the
The
Titan.
fact that us not winning against a tree
It was close.
concerns me that was an option.
there was
It's
some
a
angry
tree.
occupants.
Like
There was a Titan trying to
squirrels?
smash our skulls.
Undead bird humans.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was probably the closest we can. That wasn't fun.
Don't worry about it, it's not important.
yeah. We'll catch you up. Let's get your arm looked at, huh?
At the moment, what are we going to do? We're going to go and kill Mai the Immortal? What was our plan?
That was
Or-
the plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
we
thought
gonna
we
go
were
on-
going to go and get this arm dealt with.
that's probably step one.
That's step one on the process of killing someone. We're good at that, apparently.
Also, who's that?
Who's what?
And I'll point at Siobhan.
Ah, this Siobhan.
Your replacement.
I'm going to walk over, put both arms on Siobhan's shoulders, wincing a bit with my left one, stare deep into her eyes and go, I'm so sorry, I know what they're like.
Fair.
Alright.
Cool.
If that's what you wish to do, which I still haven't gathered entirely what it is, but
Apparently, we're gonna see Father Oli because he fixes everything and there's never led us astray.
Just send Kruber off with Sean.
Okay. Is that what you want to do? Kroobs and Sean, go see Kindly Ollery at 20%.
Yep.
Right, you head down through the Pious Way, find Kindly Ollery's little monastery / shrine / temple / I'm back. He is very busy at the moment. He will see you, Sean, and obviously he will kind of motion to you that he'll be with you in a second, but he will pass on what he's doing to one of the acolytes that he has there with him, and he'll wander over. What can I do for you this morning, Sean?
Oh, how you going? A friend of ours has just come back into town, and he's got this injury which was beyond my ability to manage. I was just wondering if you could share some of your experience with me.
Hey, Kindly Ollery, there's also this mild thing of apparently a couple of missing weeks, but no one seems particularly concerned about that. I mean, it's freaking me the hell out. But, whatevs.
There is that as well.
Missing weeks? Injury? Well, let us look at this injury first and then explain to me about the missing weeks after. And he will begin to have a look at the injury.
Oh. Yeah, that bit hurt. No, that's fine. So, that's my knee. It's my left arm that you're supposed to be looking at.
He'll poke you in the eye.
Why didn't I have my hand up like this? In front of my face.
Indeed. The ability to heal this is beyond me, but I believe that rest and recuperation, good, solid rest, should relieve it in a couple of weeks.
Right. Well, it's been nice being back. Guess I'm off again. About the other thing, apparently the rest of the world deciding it could do without me for a while.
I'm not sure about this. You'll have to explain it more. By the way, I believe that Bryna of the Church of Reflection might be able to assist you with the arm, though she would probably require some form of payment, considerable payment, I would assume. The magic to heal this is quite powerful. The missing time, you're saying. Explain to me what happened.
Well, one moment I was standing in the Grove of Icicles. The rest of my compatriots had wandered in. I was preparing to settle down and wait for a while. And then I was standing in my room with, for some reason, Minerva running out of it to go and get Sean. Something that, it's fine, I just didn't see that developing, and I'm a little bit surprised by it. And I have no idea what had happened between, nor how I came to be here.
Well, from our perspective, we went into the Grove of Icicles. We came out, and then we basically were heading back to town. We went and stopped off and had a battle with the giant. As you know, we brought the head back, and
well, from my perspective, the Jedi are evil.
Yep, thanks.
I don't know why I said that.
Very useful. And then we decided to come back to town, and on the trip back after then, a Kruber vanished and was replaced by Dole the Helper, who insisted he was Kruber.
But he can't be Kruber. I am Kruber. Yeah.
I understand that. But so we came back to town, and we were trying to get assistance from various people about what was going on there, and we were still investigating, and all of a sudden it swapped back, and we're not really sure what's going on.
When you say it, you mean me?
Yes.
Whoa, the Dole, the pretend Kruber, is it, and you are the real Kruber, allegedly. Can you prove that you're the real Kruber to us?
What? Can any of us prove that we're the real Kruber? I mean, now, if we had a dwarf, I could tell you a few things, but no.
Just saying.
Oh, I need a beer.
That sounds like something Dol would say, you know.
So, from what I can gather here...
Dol sounds like he's a pretty decent bloke.
From what I can gather here, there seems to be some interesting magics at play. You went to the Grove of Icicles, which is known as a bizarre place to use a word. Perhaps it's not an appropriate word, but it'll do. It suffices. And is steeped in old elven magic because there was an very old elven settlement there, supposedly haunted. The grove is occupied by bandits around the outskirts, and no one tends to go into the heart of it. Now, is it possible that some kind of enchantment was placed upon you within said place? Upon all of you, perhaps? By the way.
So you think this might all be a dream?
Well, no, but something may have affected you whilst you were in there and on the way out. Is it possible that this doll that you mentioned was in actual fact with you the whole time after you left there and you only realised it at some stage, or perhaps your minds were clouded and you thought that your friend Jaquan here was this doll? There's a lot of possibilities, and magic alters many things, and one of which is very much so. The power of illusion is strong, and enchantments are strong, and elves are powerful with both of them, especially old, ancient elven magic. Did anything untoward happen to you within the grove that you remember, Sean?
We did get... Oh, I'm trying to remember. It happened a long time ago.
If only someone had some notes.
I know. If only someone had notes that were succinct enough that it didn't take 3 hours to scroll through them and work out where they're at.
Well, just asking for too much there.
So, it's possible that there may be an enchantment that was upon all of you, or just maybe Jaquan. Maybe there was some form of... look, when it comes to the style of magic we are discussing here, I am by no means an expert. I pray and I seek blessings of the Eight, and we are grateful that they are sparing us for the moment, and the powers that they bestow upon us do not explain adequately what might be happening here. And you guys can't see it here, but I'm gesturing, in very, very emotive and, compassionate mannerisms.
Have you removed the tinfoil hat at any point?
No, but I have put on my tinfoil socks as well. There are others that would possibly be more appropriate to discuss these arcane matters with. This doesn't seem to be a spiritual matter. Perhaps the memory loss could be treated in time. That might come back like your arm injury might heal. Do you know how you received the injury to your arm?
No, I suddenly injured standing here.
Is it possible that Dol was injured? This Dol that you speak of, Sean, is it possible that he was injured, but it wasn't actually him, it was Jaquan going back to, again, some form of enchantment or illusion cast upon all of you? Perhaps the illusion was on Jaquan and the enchantment was upon the rest of your group.
I'm not sure. Don't remember any fights that Dol was in, but Dol was a pretty loose character.
Did he act in a manner that was completely contrary to your friend here?
Absolutely.
In what way?
He was dumber.
What?
I mean, obviously
Kruber was
he
dumber.
was dumber.
Well, he drank lots of beer and did dumb stuff, so it's hard to tell.
Again, I get angry when we locked him up in a cell.
I think the important bit was
I would be angry.
He attempted to be like Kruber on the base level, as in if how you would impersonate Kruber if you'd seen him from the outside, what he was doing.
So he was debonair?
He was like a child trying to imitate an adult.
So not debonair.
Yeah.
He was going through the motions, but the motions were very crude. And actually, I got an idea. When you
I'm assuming you're all there because you're all involved in the discussion.
I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who went over here. But at any rate,
except for me.
Everyone's there. Make it easier.
Yeah.
What about? Well, I have a suggestion, but it needs to. I have a suggestion, but it needs to wait for your arm to heal. However,
how about we say you weigh more than a duck first, Hypatia?
Just a question, could this have been related to the magical book that I had that was cursing me? Because it seems like while I was cursed by the book, Kruber has no memories, and then now that the book is gone, he's returned?
When did you get cursed by the book? It wasn't that like ages ago? We got the book from like the Yoga, right?
Well, no, but I wasn't cursed then. I was only cursed when we were in the Grove.
So that's when you started reading it, was that?
Yeah.
So you're admitting you did this to me?
I'm saying there's a possible correlation.
Well, that implies causation.
And also, the fact that I'm cursed doesn't mean that I did it to you. If I get targeted by a fireball and you're standing nearby, doesn't mean that I'm responsible for you getting hit by a fireball.
Depends what you said immediately.
Ridiculous leap of logic.
Immediately before you got targeted by the fireball.
No.
Look, if you weren't standing there, he probably wouldn't have got hit.
So kindly Ollery will, he'll stroke his chin a bit, and it is possible curses are very, very powerful. Some of them are, and can do a great many things. And the curse that you were under was, from what I understand, quite strong. You say you're no longer cursed?
Yes. This kindly guy called Vildris helped me out.
I do not know who he is, so, well, that is a blessing, I guess.
Absolutely. Praise the 8.
Indeed, praise the 8. Now, as to your memory loss, regardless of what happened to cause this, whether there was enchantments and illusions or some other form of magical miasma that was placed upon either yourself or the group, there is a memory loss of considerable time that we are dealing with. Once again, the powers to heal this with magic are beyond me, but Brynor from the church across the road might be able to restore your memory with magic, but again, it is powerful to do so. The mind is a delicate thing, and only the most powerful magics can heal it without causing further irreparable damage.
I would like to not have my mind.
Is Grail like cutting in and out a little bit for anyone else? Or is
nope.
Tiny bit.
No, seems good to me.
No, I'm hearing fine.
Okay.
No, he's dropping in and out for me as well.
Like it wasn't much. It was just a little bit, but it was just a tad.
It's like he's got the auto tune on.
I said blah blah blah. Roll for initiative.
Same as every session.
You're all controlled. It's a fight to the death.
So what I'll do, hang on a second, I did take the power out of my headset. I'll put it back in, hang on.
What's initiative? 2d6 plus intelligence?
My power,
No.
my headset wasn't fully charged, and sometimes when it's not fully charged, it does drop out, so I'll
You
put
are
it back in.
you are sounding a lot better now. So
That is better now. That
So
is a system with low power, not the...
you turned the power down because it was rising like an ocean?
Absolutely. So kindly Ollery does seem to be at a bit of a loss. He will offer you counselling if you want it. He's quite happy to to do that, Jaquan and Sean, and anyone who wishes to have some discussions here. He's a priest of the religion of nobility. It's
cheaper at the slow ink.
I've understood that we're going to go and do some physical therapy up at Lacrima Keep.
Yeah, well, let's go to 17. Let's go to Bryno first.
Yep.
And see how much it's going to cost to fix your arm.
Well, we're all agreed, now that I'm back, if Siobhan's my replacement, that we're willing to trade her as payment if need be, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Nah, she's nicer than you, so probably not.
Let me just say that getting memories
Spoken
back
like
is
Sean.
really hard, so you probably won't be able to get them back. Sorry, Kruber.
Don't you fiddle with your crystal knob to try and help your head?
How would you know that?
I don't know. Maybe that was something that happened in the Grove.
It did not. That happened last session.
Maybe I learnt about it in the Grove. Is what I'm saying.
Would have been better if you had shared it with me then.
I'm sorry I didn't share your crystal knob with you then.
So what is your plan as a group, and where do you wish to head?
Well, we're heading to Lacrima Keep first because it's just like literally, effectively right outside the city, like Simpleton.
Well, do we want to go and talk to the other priest first and see how much he charged?
Street, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd actually really like to. Yeah, we should see the priest first, but I'd actually really also like to go see the immortal before we try doing Lacrima Keep, for various reasons.
Okay.
The main one being that depending on what type of immortality she has, if it's that she can't age, she might be very useful in fighting a thing that makes you age.
I don't think it doesn't sound like that's the case. It sounds more like a face of bow thing, more like.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think it sounds more like somebody would like some extra XP, and I think they deserve it.
That too, perhaps.
Okay, we go across the street.
Yep.
We're now at 17.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Kruber now.
Yep.
Okay, once again, high voltage ceilings, blah, 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 blah. People
Hang on,
themselves.
slow down, I've got to type this in quickly.
That's why I went through it nice and quickly. To try and avoid that. So, yes, there are people...
High cultist ceilings.
People flagellating themselves with thorn bushes,
are cult.
branches, upon the steps, wailing, etc. So, you are moderately well known because you've been in there a few times recently, and one of the priests will wander over quite quickly, bow to you. Welcome back to the temple. You have come with many others and are heavily armed. Is there an issue?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, no. There's an issue.
The issue is these guys have got no manners, I'm sorry. But we have a party member who's injured and we're wondering if you're able to assist us.
Of course. Pain and suffering is our specialty.
I know.
I suddenly don't feel so good about this.
You'll be fine.
True strength can only be found through pain. But not just pain of the body, pain of the soul. We are here under the guise of benevolence, but in truth we are here to suffer. What can we do? Where is this injury?
That to me?
Just one of the priests?
I will lean closer, flick him hard on the nose and say, "You look silly in that robe." Has that enlightened you further?
I'm going to sigh and shake my head.
Your slings and barbs do not hurt me. I have heard many worse, but I am a true believer and a devotee of the gods of the Eight. Praise to them. Let us investigate this injury. I'll see what I can do.
I've heard might need your high priest. Kindly Ollery, who said we get a 5% discount because of the referral program, had said that it required significant magic to deal with.
I will seek out the High Priestess and see if she is available. Please feel free to sit, meditate, pray. Be introspective upon the world that you are in and your place within it.
Just as he's walking away, I'm going to mutter, slings and barbs might not do anything, but this Y-handle would.
He scratches the back of his head with a single finger.
I'm gonna punch Kruber in his left arm.
Oh.
Zip it, buddy. Respect.
Within a matter of a couple minutes, this cleric...
Your lessons have to be seen to be believed.
The cleric will come back out. The High Priestess will be out in maybe half an hour or so.
That's alright.
Excellent. I'll wait.
Kruber needs to reflect on his pain more, on his suffering.
So while we're waiting, who's going to, actually, I'm not going to bring this up in the temple. Never mind. La, 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 la. Actually, Minerva would totally bring it up in the temple. So, who's going to carry the prince's rod?
Well, you have a thing with crystal rods, don't you?
Fine, yep. I'm happy to have it.
I mean, I guess who needs, a range attack?
Well,
Like, I guess if we're gonna how are we deciding this? Are we deciding this like practical effects, tactical effects, or just like who of us is the most petty and wants the pretty shiny thing?
Oh,
I
so
mean, it'd be
you're
best
suggesting Hypatia gets it?
well,
Actually, it'd be best with the person with the worst ranged attack, so that'd be
Kruber. But also, we don't trust Kruber not to disappear again, which is an issue at the current juncture.
Well, he became a prince while I was away?
The next person would be Aaron.
What are we talking about?
I'm not
retainer.
No way. I'm not sure. I trust him to reload my those
Your birthday presents.
Actually gifted me Minerva.
Okay, fair enough. Then I guess Hypatia's our next best choice.
I was gonna say, it's probably best for Hypatia or Minerva, but yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm updating the... just bear with me, I'm updating this rod now, because you did get it identified.
Yeah.
So there it is there. So you can see the description of it.
Cool.
So yeah, I guess Hypatia's been carrying it for now, haven't they?
Yep.
Sure.
You can continue to do so.
Yeah, just
you should
keep
totally use it.
The big gotcha with this is that the magic missile resolves immediately.
Ooh.
That's actually kind of good.
It's really good. Nice.
I'm actually going to take it out of your thing, Minerva, and put it with all the other items, if that's okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
So it's in the items folder now. I should put all the items actually in there, and that item that was in Minerva's control is no longer in Minerva's control, so that's been removed from her journal.
Cool.
So I'll do that to put them all in the one spot. It might be easier. Alright, so move the Ring of Phileas as well. Otherwise they end up getting a bit lost where they are. Lane's sword, you don't have Lane's sword, so I should remove that from Lens's journal also.
Oh, we don't have Lane's sword anymore?
Yeah, where did it go?
Do you have it? I thought you buried it and never retrieved it.
No, we did retrieve it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
sorry.
I currently have it on me as my primary melee weapon.
fair enough. Well, I'll put it in the items anyway. So
yeah, that's fine. That's just so it's a...
Cool. I think that is all the items. All right, cool. So apologies about that.
Seems good.
Okay, if that's... So Hypatia is retaining the Prince's Rod?
Yeah.
Okay. After about 20 odd minutes, so a little bit quicker than what you were otherwise advised, High Priestess Bryna will come out. She is flanked by that same cleric who seems to be fawning a little bit and whispering something as the priestess...
Can I catch his gaze?
You can.
I'm going to do the fingers to my eyes towards him, back to me. Got my eyes on you, buddy.
Sure. The High Priestess comes over, looks you up and down. It is unusual for people to enter the temple thus armed and armoured, but you are adventurers. I will make an allowance. What is it that I can do for you? I was advised that one of your members is grievously injured.
Not grievous. It's more of a minor injury, but it seems to be really lingering.
Very well, and kindly Ollery sent you here. He was unable to assist.
He mentioned something about a discount? He said that he was unable to do it, but that your magic might be sufficient. Also that you might wish to keep Sean here as payment. I jest, of course. We wouldn't inflict that on you.
She smiles. I like you. Please, come out the back into a room. We won't discuss this in the open of the temple where people are trying to pray and the like. We can discuss this out there. You are all welcome to.
That sounds good. I'm fine to just go and leave all of them and be out of their sight for a few minutes if you'd like.
No, I'd rather get all of you armed to the teeth as you are off the step of my temple. Please.
Fair enough.
This is a bit unusual.
And she will motion out the back to a small little room, probably used for similar kind of things. All right. Explain to me what your issue is.
Do you want us to, or just to assume that we've given the recap?
Sure. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to, exactly
anything else.
Taunt her some more?
Probably nothing. Probably we'll just leave out the time travel stuff because that's relevant to the...
Oh no, I'm mentioning that to her.
Why?
Because my arm hurts, but I'm as concerned about that.
Okay.
Sure, whatever.
She will prod your arm a little bit.
Ow.
I can...
Praise to the 8.
I can relieve this for you, but kindly Ollery was correct. The power to heal this is reasonably powerful. And I do have the ability presently to remove said injury from you. At least I'm assuming that I do, as long as there is nothing untoward and malignant below the surface. But it seems to be minor. Rest, a couple weeks might relieve you of the injury itself. But if that is not an option, and if time is of the essence, then we can look...
It is not our preferred option. We have good works and services to the 8 to be doing around the valley. And as I know you can appreciate as adventurers, we must be at our best, lest perhaps I myself die, or even worse, my failure might cause someone like Sean to come to enlightenment. I mean harm.
Okay. So...
maybe ask about a payment, because we don't make sure we can afford whatever the hell we're doing.
Minerva here said that she wished to discuss and be the person to haggle with you for payment.
I did? I mean, that does sound like me. Okay.
So, a payment for this powerful spell that I will utilize. Gold alone would probably be insufficient, but we would be looking at least possibly 1,000 gold.
Quite a bit.
No, we can't afford that.
This is why
off.
This is why I asked before we did the thing.
Oh well, I guess Kruber's just got to live with it.
What other payment would we be able to provide if we were not to pay via gold?
Well, you've got that shiny crystal rod.
Well, gold alone would not be sufficient. There would be other payments on top of that. But if you cannot afford the gold, because the church is always after donations, it requires a fairly large budget to keep the church running and to do all the good work that we do. What can you afford?
How does the church feel about heads? Every time we go out adventuring, we tend to come back with multiple heads. So we would like to see the valley move to a head-based economy, as that would be stronger for us.
Actually, we already sell the heads off somewhere else, so if you guys wanted bodies, that would work out way better for us.
Good point, Minerva. This is why you're our economic advisor.
Yeah.
They're not really after that sort of thing.
Yeah, in fact, even if you wanted certain parts of the head, I'm sure we could deliver like tongues or eyes or something.
These people, they're not. It's not like Rhea's son, man.
At this point, Lindsay gets up and leaves.
I'm not associated with them. I'm out of here.
How much can you afford to donate to the church?
I mean, I can afford everything that I'm carrying currently. Wait a second,
what do
let
we
me
got?
find out. It's not going to be very impressive.
We have bit under 4.
I have 8 gold.
Our party kitty, it's the main thing would be about 3,800 gold.
Actually,
this is
how much? What's the platinum to gold
10
conversion rate?
1 platinum is worth 10.
Yeah. Okay.
How do we
have
3,800?
What?
What were you saying, Oz?
That's the credit number. And I'm saying, are the party gold totals accurate and up to date? Like, how of our personal?
I have no idea.
Yes. The party gold is up to date.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, we've got that letter of credit.
But we can't give the letter of credit.
So much more money compared to all the rest of you. What have you been spending it on?
I sort of
armor for your peons.
Yeah, clearly.
I have a lot more on my character sheet than that party gold total.
Cool. Possibly update it if you can, just so we have some sense. Unless you're really wanting to hide it for some reason.
Let's just say I'm pretty sure people aren't going to be happy with me when this changes. But
look, if we have more money, it's fine.
It's important to know the breakdown.
That has been edited.
It's important to know the breakdown, because if someone falls through a bridge into a underground river and isn't retrieved for multiple weeks, we need to know what is lost from the group treasure.
And whether it's worth going after it. And for example, you can see why we were so frustrated that we'd lost you and everything on your person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty pertinent point.
I feel the love for my belongings.
Look. You can't talk. How did you react when Mark died?
So
our immediate reaction was to sell him off.
I tried to save Mark. It's what Mark would have wanted.
So just to get this clear, Jaquan is carrying 2 encumbrance worth of gold, and Lenz is carrying 1 encumbrance worth of gold.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Seems heavy.
I'm encumbered anyway, so.
Why do you think, Minerva, that I have a chainmail sock? It is so I can fill it with 2 encumbrance of gold.
Why don't you
ball of mace?
So, are you willing to offer them the 223 gold that you're carrying?
Platinum.
Yes.
Don't give them the platinum. We need
No.
that. Trade it with Lenza.
I'm willing to offer the 223 gold. Offering as part, depending on who we're having to rough up for, or whatever. We're doing as payment for the rest.
Oh, I don't have those anymore.
220 gold.
Platinum.
Plus the 3, I'd take her for a drink.
Gold. Right.
Oh, that's assumed.
It would never have worked out between us, Minerva, and I'm glad you're happy with Sean.
Yeah, he's a jolly fellow.
I will take that coin as a donation to the church. Gladly. More would be beneficial, but...
I'll give her the 8 I'm carrying. Here you go. That's all my gold.
Okay. Are we happy to take stuff out of the group key to make up to 1,000?
No, let's just leave it at that for the moment.
No, because we still need money to actually buy food and stuff, which seems like
Okay, so
yes, at level.
So he put in about 200. If we take 800 out of the letter of credit, that's
she's willing to do us a deal at the 200.
Sure. Let's see
remember, all of this is with the 5% discount that we get from the referral, right?
Toads. Let's see what that says. Sure.
So that's fine. I'll think about what we need you to do to assist with this. Let us put it down that you owe us a favour.
No more than 4 weeks of posing every other day on the steps, displaying my musculature.
The favour will be for a noble and just cause. Ooh. And we will not ask you to do anything of a
red leotard?
Possibly. We won't ask you to do anything that's morally or ethically reprehensible.
I look slightly disappointed.
Oh, it's a pleasant change. From
Very
other
well.
things to do.
I will heal you of your injury. And she will cast a spell, rub you gently on the arm where the injury is, and
tingly.
Very much so, the injury is gone. You can discard that injury card.
Can I discard that injury card? Yes!
Well, you played it. Now you should be able to click on it.
And flip card? Take card?
You should just be able to delete it. Oh, hang on. Can you just... you should be able to discard it. Yeah, why can you not discard
I can
let it go.
It off him, Grail.
Hang on.
Oh. No, that's good. He's let it go. He's let it go. It's all good.
Yeah, but it's now on you.
What? Oh, I stole it. Fuck. That's
so when stealing, you have to let it go or keep it. Because I clicked stealing. Yeah, no, and because I got it back, because that didn't come up until I did that.
Alright, we'll work it out. It's fine.
I'll just play it for the meantime.
I wonder if you need to see the... Hang on, I wonder if you need to see the deck to be able to do it. If I show the
put
deck...
it on top of the deck.
Can you see the deck?
Yep.
Yes.
I can't move it onto the deck, though.
It disappeared somewhere, though.
Yeah, I moved it slightly off the screen.
I think anyone can control it from the looks of it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'll just recall it. Screw it. We'll work it out after.
Pop.
Right.
That went away.
Yeah, I recalled it.
Okay.
Nice.
It's fine. I'll work it.
Does it go back into the deck?
Yes. It's an infinite deck, that one. Cards don't get removed from it.
Cool.
Because, there's not a finite number of injuries. It's not, you suffered a minor leg injury. No one else can suffer that minor leg injury.
Minor leg injury.
That's right.
One can hope.
We can do a Jackie Chan. It'll be fine.
Looks like I need to investigate the deck mechanics a little bit more, but that's alright, it won't be too difficult. So she will heal you, FYI, Sean.
I will thank her and bow very low and check where she wanted to have that drink.
She used a heal spell, which is a level 5 spell to remove it.
Wow. That is expensive.
Okay. You would identify that. Oh wow, that's pretty swish.
She's elite.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll then
ahead of it. She has some chops.
She'll then say, "I have other things I need to attend to. Feel free to exit the temple after paying your respects, and do whatever it is that you were intending to do today. As mentioned, we will hold you to a favor at some stage. What that might be, I don't know at the moment, but I believe that if kindly Ollery sent you over here, and I have heard good words about Sean from him and had spoken to him previously, that if you are in his company, then a level of trust can be expected."
Sean is doing his best to reform the wayward members of our party.
That's okay. I will pay back the favour, regardless of the rest of the group. Though I'm sure they will also pay
Look,
their debts.
I don't know what you're talking about. Lenza walked out before this happened. She didn't agree to anything.
Then I will bid you good day, and she will up and leave.
Farewell.
And the drink?
Farewell.
That won't be necessary.
Okay.
I am Kruber now.
Back to the slow wink.
So what is it you want to do? What is your plan?
Collect Radney. Head to see My the Immortal.
Yup.
Okay, My the Immortal it is.
Do you remember where Mai was supposedly?
Yeah, she's in the... Oh, well, I need
I think
the
it's to
mountain.
the north. Let me check my notes.
Yeah, she's in the...
Black Ridge Mountains,
hills.
center north, in a small hut.
Yep.
Within lives My the Immortal, who is cursed with immortality. She cannot die, which is a terrible fate. We are to relieve the curse from her.
Hopefully.
How to do this is up to us.
Yeah, could be interesting. We'll find out.
Burn her alive.
Okay, you can get Haradni. You'll be able to track her down, and she can now be in your company.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Are we heading off?
We are.
Excellent.
Did I get rations?
Yeah.
If you don't, feel free to buy them at the normal cost in the book. I think it's 5 silvers per day for trail rations.
Yep. Or you can get fresh.
And not that I think that there's the fresh ones preserved. Preserved
No,
or expensive?
preserved to 5.
Cool.
Fresh, I think, at 2.
Yep. And preserved. I have heaps preserved already anyway. So, how many fresh rations should we get? Like 20?
I mean, that'll last you a bit, but that's a lot of food to pack into a pack.
Donkeys.
Yeah,
We have mules. I'll go 10. We can buy food on the way anyway.
Yep.
I usually keep a good supply of preserved rations and then buy some fresh ones whenever we're close to a town.
Mm-hmm. I might change my spells around.
Oh, me too.
Okay, so there's no way of discarding the card, but once it's been played, you can just delete it, which I knew, but I thought you could chuck it into a discard. So anyway, that's fine. So
You just delete it as like the icon on the screen.
Yep. So
Yep.
let's just quickly just check that. Just make sure you guys can do it. If I was to give you, if I show the playing card deck, and I deal 1 card to Minerva because she's the first player. You got a playing card there, Minerva. You should be able to play that to the desktop. That playing card?
Yeah, maybe.
Open it and drag it out of your thing onto the somewhere.
Yeah.
Woo. Sean got it somehow. Sean drew one. Okay. You can also, once they're on the desktop, double click on them, I believe, which should expand them, make them bigger.
Well, that's just the edit token.
It brings up an edit token thing.
That's right, because it makes them a token rather than a picture, which is really annoying.
Does that? Wait, can that? Then I just delete them? Where'd it go?
You can delete them.
I just deleted mine, I think.
And I just deleted that one.
Alright. Done.
Okay, cool. So you can delete them. That's good enough.
Yep.
Alright, so My the Mortal was like around here somewhere, wasn't she? Blackreach Mountains? No, Blackreach Foothills.
Blackreach Mountains.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Cool. Again, so, do we really want to bypass the keep when we're going to walk right past it?
I mean, we're going to have to come back this way, but sure, if you want to stop in and lose some years from your life, elf who lives forever, you can be at the front.
So, new plan, the elf gets sucked on by it while we whack it to see if it does anything? That sounds fair.
Yeah. I mean, it just drains years from your life. You got heaps of those.
Do we actually know how that works?
No.
Like, okay, cool. So it's just an assumption.
Well, that's what we've been told. We did research. We paid a bit of money.
Indeed.
You did.
Yeah.
But the research doesn't provide full mechanical analysis of the powers of the creature. You've also made a few assumptions yourself, whether they're right or wrong, I'm not going to say, and what those assumptions are. And the information that you got from the research may also have included a few assumptions.
It is believed that the spirit ages those it comes in contact with. However, it is not how it is not sure, but those who have died have aged significantly.
Cool.
I don't know how well I quoted that, but that's what I had in my notes.
What is this on the map?
That's someone who has drawn something. I think that was where there were tracks for lizard men. That can probably be removed.
There was tracks going to Kel's Rise, and then remember we followed him up to that little triangle, and that's where we saw the funky dragon, and we all ran away in terror.
It was
worms are everywhere. That was the smoke.
The worm. It was the giant worm. And we ran away in terror. The dragon was up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you heading to Lacrima Keep? Work out what you want to do. Let me know.
We're going right past it, so should we...
Just something for Grail while we're discussing what we're doing.
Shall we just vote then?
Yep, let's vote.
Cool. Yes is go to Lacrima Keep, and no is bypass. Make sense?
You need a benevolent dictator.
No, we need a cheertator. And I assume you know that phrase.
So
well, this is perfect because Cinna is going to say yes, obviously. Cinnabon.
Well, they don't get a vote because they're not here.
Because they're not here? Alright, well then
That's
we'll
right.
Then I always have it.
Woo.
And yes, obviously drop in by the way back.
Thanks, Craig.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Craig breaking deadlocks with his absence.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, we can always bring the immortal back to the keep and see if, and just throw it at,
throw her. Yeah, exactly. We use her as a body shield.
I thought that was literally our plan.
That was indeed the strategy that I was going for. See what happens.
You know what's going to happen though. It's going to like get more powerful with the life it steals, and you're going to give it an immortal. So it's just going to become like infinitely powerful.
Sweet. So we're playing Bunnings and Burrows next fortnight.
Sounds like something a hero would do. Make things worse in a way.
Heroes always make things worse.
Like when the whole map was just moving?
I know, heroes are the real villains.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I went to move something on the GM layer, but wasn't on the GM layer. I was on the
player layer?
The map layer, which is why the map moved.
No, you should say player layer. It's way more entertaining to say.
Okay.
What about layer player?
Did we want to see if there was a caravan heading
Not
to
quite
Silvermont
as good.
that we could escort?
Why not? I mean, it might slow us down a bit, but sure. We're not in a crazy hurry, are we?
No.
I'm just asking if we should do that.
I mean, well, apparently you're all poor, so
Yeah.
gold is probably a good thing to have.
Also, just friends with
Benefits.
what's the guy's name again?
Kingsley.
Kingsley. Yeah. Good to be friends with Kingsley. It's good to be friends with Kingsley.
Because Kingsley's fat.
My mate. Likes beer. Yeah, so we'll head to the trading post.
The Chicane Merchant Guild. All right.
Yeah.
I'll put you quickly back there. I thought you were about to head off, but you're not. Rodney seems to be a little bit put out by the fact that you guys are faffing around.
I am also put out.
We're just going to rush there real quickly and see if there's a caravan that needs guards heading to
Number
Silvermont.
9 is the Chicane Guild House. And the guard office is closed.
All right. Well, fine. We leave.
Sure. Let's move out.
All right.
You should have just said that before you changed the maps.
Well, no, because you could have faffed around a bit longer.
We could have.
And then
If you
it was morning, and we all pack up and start out. This is another session of me just writing notes of not getting anything done.
It was on the way out of town. All right.
There's stuff getting done, Henry. It's just not, chopping things heads off.
Wow, Henry. Way to completely ignore what I think was the hugest moment in several sessions. Me being Kruber now.
Yes. So what's the distance to...
That's going across the river. You've suddenly learnt how to fly.
I'm trying to work out how to... Oh, there we go.
Yes, right mouse.
We just hold our breath and walk.
Yeah, it's about 75 miles, give or take, to Silvermont.
Okay.
So you can do that in about 3 days, give or take, depending on how hard you want to push.
Yeah. I mean, none of us have like a constitution of 7. Right?
Yeah, that might make it a bit difficult. So
You'd have to be
Constitution, Hypatia?
super lame.
Coughing fit.
What is your constitution, though?
7.
No, God damn it. I was hoping it was 8, but then I was like, it might actually be 7.
Yeah.
No. So weak. Yeah, okay. Sure. 3 days.
You're probably
Because we
looking at
definitely
4.
can't push that hard.
Yeah, you're probably looking more like 4 because the coughing fits, wheezing, having to take breaks every hour or so because she's a bit incontinent.
We need to buy Hypatia a horse because she just can't walk. Like, this is terrible.
She can punch your head off your shoulders, but she gets winded and
Yeah, she gets one punch.
She ends up blowing really hard. She's basically Eric Butterbean, but not big and fat.
Al, is this Hypatia's reaction to all of this?
That's a big tub of ice cream.
It's like it's comically large for television.
Yep.
What are you talking about comically large? That looks quite normal, honestly.
That's Craig's breakfast. You should see the one that's a dessert.
Should I?
Okay.
Doesn't he eat dessert on a snare drum?
He does.
I thought it was more like a kettle drum.
Yeah, probably.
Tomato.
But he has a big tub, and he takes out little bits at a time, so that he can make more noise. All right. Are you heading? So we're we're going up to Silvermont. It'll take you 4 days.
Yep.
Sure, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice that Lacrima Keep is pretty much all boarded off. There's a big fence that's been erected around it now. Only made of wood, but it's going to keep 99% of the people out, and the 1% that gets in probably won't be coming back out anyway. There's nobody at Lacrima Keep anymore. It's a completely desolate and deserted area.
It used to have some goblins and a slime monster.
Nope, you're thinking of Ruins of Androsh.
Oh, so I am. Damn it.
Just one question, because we're traveling quite slowly. Will Lenzer and any other hunters that with us be able to rustle up some game?
Sure.
Most likely.
Absolutely.
How much game?
We'll say that the two of you can game it on enough that you'll find probably food enough to last you the whole trip.
How game are you for it?
Some rabbits.
Yeah, it'll just be small game, but that goes a long way when you get a couple of them. You're also going along the edge of the river, and you can spend a little bit of time when Hypatia's having to catch her breath to do a little bit of foraging on the edge. Anyone can do that. You don't have any fishing gear, so it's going to be a bit awkward for that. But lots of animals go down for drinks.
Got a spear. Do some spear fishing.
We also have a magic missile rod.
If
it's dinner time and we haven't used it for the day, why not?
Absolutely, it's a great idea.
How many uses a day do you get?
One. But
Okay.
It does 1d6 plus 1 damage automatically hits. No fish is going to have more than 1 hit point. And if it does,
yeah, that's a serious fish. That's
Now,
like some Atlantic
fish. There is nothing left because of the amount of damage you dealt to it.
magic missile doesn't do physical damage.
Yeah, it's force damage.
Force.
It doesn't make you explode or anything like that. It'll just
it does, I believe, if you're a Pinto.
Okay.
Or any form of car.
Sure. So, you can definitely do that. When you get to Silvermont, we can just, unless you are wanting to do anything en route, the trip is relatively, it's going to be relatively without incident. There is very few people on the road. As I mentioned, Lacrima Keep is completely deserted. There is very little on people that you come across because there's nothing much up here. Silvermont is mostly a self-contained area, and the supplies that go from Summerton to Silvermont are generally on a weekly basis, not a daily basis. When you get to Silvermont, you notice that a large wall has been erected around the outside of the town.
Outside this town as well. Cool.
It's like they're expecting trouble or something.
Let's just bypass it because I don't want to have anything to do with Lord, whatever his name is, Quell thingy.
Harunia Quell?
Yeah, that guy.
But we left on such great terms last time.
Oh,
was there a wall there last time?
I've never met him and I don't want to.
Was there a wall last time when you came past here?
For those who came here last time, no, there was not.
How long ago was that?
Oh,
Session 11?
And this isn't a flimsy palisade type wall made of wood. This is a brick wall which stands about 10, 11 feet tall. It is a heavy fortified structure.
We should climb it, except for Hypatia.
It has a large gate, and you see this from a way off. And the gate has what looks to be guards standing at the front, heavily armoured guards.
Do they look like the mercenaries, or do they look like any guards we've seen around Harunia Quell's place?
You cannot tell from the distance you are at unless you want to walk up, but they are not wearing a uniform.
We'll walk up.
Do we want to walk up? How are we going for rations? Do we care? I mean, about going in here.
Well, I'm curious about this wall that's come up.
We've done well for rations. We didn't. The hunters have been They've been wrecking it, man.
Useful.
True.
Bringing home the deer.
Right?
Dear me.
Oh dear.
So, do you wish to approach Silvermont, bypass it?
I don't think we need to. I don't need to worry.
Yeah, let's bypass.
Now that we've followed the road up here, we
fine.
can
Yep. Head up towards the Blackreach Mountains.
Okay.
Do we actually have any idea where we're going?
We have a pretty good idea.
Do we? How? Why? Were we told where?
A hut up here. Yeah, the priest told us where it was.
No.
How exact were her directions?
Not very.
In the Blackreach Mountains, center north, there is a small hut.
Yeah.
Within the hut lives Mai the Immortal.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain that that's a large area.
Yeah.
Depends how well inhabited it is, or how many small huts.
They didn't say it was hidden. They just said it's up there. The beauty of mountains is they give you a really good overlook. So just climb up one, have a look for a hut, go to the hut. How many huts do you reckon there'll be up here?
There's a 50% chance.
Trees.
So
there's a 50% chance.
For your info,
because when we go up there, it either will or it won't be. 50-50.
I put that on there as well because I forgot that's where the broken monument / statue was, or obelisk was.
Nice.
I forgot to put that on there. There was everyone refers to it as the broken obelisk, and then Aaron's very first 5 seconds of looking at it, because he missed the session, said, "Isn't that a statue?"
Yep.
Alright. So, bypassing Silvermont is pretty easy. You've got to cut across the land. The issue that you do have is once you get around to about here, it starts to become a bit of a drudge. The ground becomes fairly heavy going. It's fairly soft earth. The grass is fairly long. And yeah, it's just going to slow you down considerably, especially for those of you who are heavily encumbered or wearing your armor. The donkeys are finding it hard going as well, especially if they've got gear on their back.
Well, I'm assuming Minerva's armor's being dragged by the donkeys, and I'm wondering if we should build a litter for me to drag Minerva along.
Minerva or Hypatia?
Hypatia, sorry.
Oh, come on. I'm fine. I'm fine.
The fact that you were only able to say I'm fine once concerns me before you descended into a coughing fit.
Now that we're off the road, I'm going to start changing to useful spells during the day.
How many times have you cast Mending now?
176.
Okay.
What are you casting Mending on?
This rod that I have, a crystal rod.
Okay.
It contains my memories, according to Vildris. Hopefully I'll get them back by mending it. That's what Vildris said. And we should trust him. He was a nice guy.
Okay. You can... are you still going to be hunting whilst you're on the way up here?
Possibly not. I mean, we had the food. We've still got some fresh rations that we should use, and
yeah,
it'll probably be harder going.
Yeah.
I'm happy just to have some food that we've brought along.
Okay, that's fine. So that will, because if you were hunting, you were going to get slowed down even further, obviously. And the two of you, Sean and Lenza, realise that the game here seems to be fairly sparse, so it would have slowed you down even further.
Naturally fairly sparse, or...?
Yeah, it seems to be, the ground is fairly heavy, but there doesn't seem to be much in the way of what plant material here doesn't seem to suggest that it would support much in the way of a larger form of life. So there's little bugs, etc., and there's a few other bits and pieces, but it doesn't seem to extend to the larger creatures like rabbits and things like that.
Okay.
So, anyway, you can head on, continuing up to the Black Ridge Mountains. The trip after you dodge around Silvermont will take you another 4 days to get to where about the word mountains is.
Cool.
So you can take 4 days worth of rations off each. You find that are you casting Create Water every day, Sean?
I am, and also purify food and drink, so we don't have to worry about those trail rations going.
So you can account for those 2 spells then.
Yep.
All right.
They're in my list.
Yep. When you get to the foothills of the Black Ridge Mountains, we'll say you get to where the N is on the word mountains. What is your plan to actually try and find the Immortal?
As stated, walking up a mountain and looking.
Okay.
That.
If Enki smells a human or sentient type creature, an unusual creature for the area, that would help.
Okay. Someone can roll for me a 1d10, please.
Oh, please let it be Al.
Sure.
Okay. So, you guys will start wandering around these mountains, looking up and down. You find that the mountains themselves are actually fairly hard to traverse. They almost form a natural barrier, and there isn't many paths through them, especially paths that you can lead donkeys. You can get up to like maybe a quarter to halfway at best sometimes before you got to go back down, turn around and retrace your steps, because you end up in an impassable location. The days start wearing on. Someone can roll another D10 for me, please.
Possibly at that stage we leave the donkey somewhere and push on.
We're just going to ask, could we light a signal fire? And see if anybody lights a signal fire in return, like a smoke signal.
Look, judging from what we've encountered in mountains, over the border mountains over the past the history of this campaign, I don't want to do that. Drawing attention to ourselves is
some excellent maneuver thinking, though.
You're damn right it is. So
I knew what
Sean.
Oh no!
Okay,
I'm back. I know your shenanigans.
Can we see a campfire or any smoke, or smell any smoke in the area?
You cannot.
Can I use my elite hunting skills to try and work out where I would build a hut if I was to live in these mountains alone?
You can try, but there's so many mountains and so many places you probably put a small hut. A small individual, if they could get anywhere in this maze and this labyrinth of hills and vales, valleys and peaks, could put a hut anywhere. Glens. I know a Glen. He's a douche.
Niels.
Niels. I know a few Niels. They're okay. Bit weird.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Did I Neil that for you?
You did. There are lots of places, and I'm assuming that you and Lenza are using some of your outdoor skills anyway in this search. It's just that there is so much ground to cover, and you're finding it so difficult on foot. So, can someone roll another D10 for me, please?
Minerva,
Hypatia?
You're a practitioner of magic, right?
Are the hunters helping us? Yes, I am.
Why don't you turn into a bird and fly and see if we can do that? I hear that's something magic users can do, or at least good ones.
Have you ever met a magic user who can do that?
Yes.
I can do that, I just can't do it right now. I actually have polymorph.
I've met Lashinara. I'm reasonably certain Lashinara or someone in his house, or whatever spell you ask. The answer is yes, I met someone.
I have that spell. I'm just not powerful enough to cast it at the moment.
Well, to be fair, I have Find the Path, which is, going to be really helpful. Except I've got to be a level 12 to cast it.
Oh.
Or level 11.
How do you have that?
No,
because I'm a cleric and I get it automatically.
It's on the spell list. He doesn't have it. He has the ability to cast it when he's high enough level.
That's what he was saying.
If you can get to level 15...
There's a difference.
If you get to level 15, there's an even better one called Find the Plot.
That doesn't work with this party.
Or GM.
I don't have a plot.
The GM's fine.
Exactly.
I'll let you guys have the work the plot out. I got plots actually. That's not entirely true. I've got lots of plots, but whether you intersect with them is up to you.
Do you have plots or do you have schemes? Because I feel like there's schemes.
Column A, column B, column C, column.
Are you plotting your schemes or scheming your plots?
A little bit of both. I got things. I got irons in the fire.
You should probably get those out. They are going to get really hot.
They will. Okay.
Actually, regardless, we should probably think of a better way to do this if we're just going to wander around here aimlessly.
So I'm going to say that you guys have been searching now for 2 days. So 2 more days worth of food can be removed.
Okay, I'm going to change up my spells a bit. Next time we rest.
Yeah, so possibly we should leave the donkeys and everything. Set like a little base camp as we've done before, with Theta and possibly the retainers or whatever, and set up a base camp and see if we can go into the mountains just on foot rather than with the donkeys and everything else without being weighed down. That might give us a bit more height and a bit more of a chance to find.
Sure. The donkeys are slowing you down considerably, and a lot of the time when you do come to a place which is impassable, it's impassable because of the donkeys. They are probably maybe causing 50% of the impasses that you would encounter.
We should have bought giant goats.
You should have, but you didn't.
Are we going evil?
What do you mean going?
Well, I mean, have you ever looked at a goat's eyes?
Oh.
I mean, probably.
Indeed. So how about let's find a very vaguely defensible position for the donkeys in the base camp, and we sort of case the surrounding area.
We're going to rest for the night and then continue the next day.
I don't know. There's something that only you guys can answer.
Well, if we can find a site where we can stop the donkeys today, that'd be great. But if not, we'll just find somewhere to rest.
Well, no, when we set up the base camp, we'll find a place and...
So no one wants to go with the smoke signal?
No.
I mean...
Not yet.
What if we split up to cover more ground?
Let's do both.
What was the gift you? What was the thing we saw the other day about splitting up the party?
Yeah, terrible.
Yep.
And no one should ever do it. Unless you want to greatly amuse your DM.
I do want to do that. I've got to go and resettle a child for a couple of minutes. I'll be back.
Okay.
Assume Kruber makes all the wise decisions everyone expects him to. And occasionally, maybe or maybe not, says I am Kruber. Now, I'll be back.
Fair enough.
Do we see any tracks or anything around here? Do the hunters notice anything?
So they have been helping you. As I said, they are very much actively trying to use their knowledge of the outdoors to assist in this. And I am taking that into consideration definitely with regards to trying to find something. There aren't many tracks that you find of any creatures here. Again, game is very, very limited, and there is no there's no places up here where you've got settlements, etc. If there's a single person in a hut, they're not going to be causing a track unless they're walking up and down here every day.
Well, on top of that, they might be bloody 10 miles away.
Yeah, and Enki's not smelling anything.
Nothing.
Wafted on the breeze like smoke.
Nope.
Dang it. I was hoping we should have a fire somewhere.
I want to cast Speak with Animal and see if I can convince some birds to tell me if they see anything.
Good idea.
That's cool.
Which is why I need to sleep.
Cool.
Okay. That's fine. You guys have a watch, I believe. Did you want to change it now that you have real Kruber back? Or supposedly
Yeah,
real
probably.
Kruber?
Where is our watch list?
It's in the party info.
Excellent.
I mean, we've got they're already in the thing. It's fine.
Oh yeah,
He is.
that is good. Also, we also have a warning stick.
A warding stick.
Yeah, I have a spell.
Right, lovely. Where does I guess Adrani can join either the first, third, or fourth watch, depending on what she prefers.
Hradney, so it's up
Adrani,
to you.
sorry.
You guys can add her where you want. Hradney has been fairly introspective this whole trip. She's kept to herself mostly. When you've been tried to engage, when anyone's tried to engage her in conversation, she has, participated, but then trailed off reasonably quickly, and once again become kind of mute. She doesn't seem to be overly gregarious. She seems to be pretty, almost slightly melancholy, I guess.
Cool. I mean, where do we want to put her then? Or who do we want to put her with? She's just a fighter, isn't she? She's not no spellcasting or anything like that.
No, she is a spellcaster.
Is she?
Someone knows that she's a spellcaster.
Mm-hmm. She's like a paladin. She tried to cast Remove Curse on me.
Cool.
She might be a pure cleric or something like that.
In that case, probably the first or fourth watch, just so they can get the unbroken sleep.
Mm-hmm. First or third.
Fourth will probably be the best watch.
Oh yeah, sorry. First or
because that's
fourth.
when you're most likely to get unexpected company.
Is it?
Sure.
I'm just guessing, but most of the time it's like the wee hours of the morning is the ambushing time.
Sure. So that night when you rest?
Mm-hmm.
You guys have...
I'm just adding it now.
Cool.
Boom.
Alright. I assume boom means done.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth watch. Lenza, Sean, Hradney. Cool. Alright. Like how you got one PC, NPC, then second watch is two PCs and NPC. That's right, you don't have three PCs together. That's cool. I thought you did for a second. Alright, that night will pass uneventfully. In the morning, you've learned your spells.
Alrighty, I will look around for a friendly bird.
Okay, it takes you a little bit of time, but you will find one. Maybe an hour or so after you've broken your fast of the morning.
I shall cast Speak with Animals and try and talk to the bird.
Sure. So it's not a friendly bird, but it's a bird.
Not trying to tear my eyes out?
No, it's not. But, it is very cautious of you, trying to get close to it. So, you can make a charisma check for me, please.
Woohoo, what's that?
2d6 and add your charisma adjustment. So
Hopefully it's -1.
No, it's nothing because I have 10 charisma. So
Very
2d6?
Yep.
Ooh.
Average.
Okay, 7. Okay, roll just a d6 for me, please. 1d6. You don't want to roll high.
I don't want to roll high.
No.
Oh,
Good.
how good's that?
Okay.
It doesn't want to tear my eyes out, apparently.
Well, it's not that it's wanting to tear your eyes out. It's more that it would probably do what a normal bird would do and
Run away.
Yeah, bug out of there. But you're pretty calm, and you're a hunter, so you're pretty good at being able to move quietly and cautiously, and you get up close enough to it so that you can start talking to it without completely startling it and not having to yell across the distance. Okay, you have, gotten to be able to talk to a bird. It seems very cautious about you, though.
Fair enough. Good morning, fair feathered friend. Could you do me a favour?
Shiny.
Yes. Would you like more shiny things?
Ah. Shiny. Give me shiny. What you want?
I want to know if there's any other humans in the area. Two-legged creatures living
Like you?
like me, other than the ones with me out in the wilderness. Is there anyone living in
the dark place?
The dark place? Whereabouts is that? Which way is it?
Toward the sun. All right.
Towards the sun, is it? And how far away is it?
Not far. Not far.
Roughly, is it many mountains over, or
two mountains. Two mountains.
2 mountains over towards the sun? There's a dark place.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Give me shiny. Give me shiny.
What's there?
Dark. Give me shiny. Make another charisma check for me, please.
I was going to reach into my pouch and pull out a what is it? A silver piece.
Sure. You still make another charisma check.
Yep. Why didn't that roll?
It did. You got a 3.
You got a 3.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, it rolled that, and then it came up with the little thing saying Sean with nothing under it. So
you probably pressed enter a few times. That's all right. You got a 3, and that's a very good roll. So the bird, it seems to be just some kind of small, maybe like a magpie-style bird. It will hop down. It will kind of waddle on the ground over towards you. Get maybe about 5 or 6 feet away. Cock its head up towards you. Shiny.
I'll show him the coin. Is this shiny enough for you?
Shiny. Like shiny. More shiny. Do you give him the coin?
Yeah, I'll give him the coin.
Don't go to dark place. Don't go.
Fair enough. So there's no other places that there might be a human around here?
There's some other 2-leg, but not like you.
Not like me. How so?
Live underground. Come out. Dark. Dangerous.
Are they the ones in the dark place?
They stay away from dark place too. No one go dark place.
So where are the ones underground?
All over. They come out. They try to eat people. Eat us. Eat everything.
Are they short? Or tall?
Tall. Like you, tall.
What do we got? Sorry, I keep getting distracted by Discord.
Just the birds. He's
Sorry.
showed an image of the birds, and yes, the Corvins will take us to town.
More shiny. Why go dark place? Why?
Well, we need to find someone. We said we'd find someone who needs our help. And we like to help people.
Only one in dark place. Only one.
Only one person in the dark place.
Small things happen. Go there. Don't come back.
That doesn't sound good at all.
I don't go dark place. Don't even fly above it.
Fair enough. And how will I know this dark place when I come to it? It's just dark.
Dark. No light. More shiny.
I'll give him another silver piece and say thank you for your time.
He picks it up and nods and then flies off.
Cool.
Nice.
So is he going to lead us there? That's what Minerva asked.
No.
I assume we couldn't understand what he was saying when he was talking to the bird.
Sean went off by himself and did it.
Yeah, well, because you guys scare the poor little bugger off. So I'll come back and I'll say we've got to head 2 mountain ranges over towards the east.
Quite frankly, I'm amazed that Hypatia didn't blow it out of the air with a magic missile and get the 2 silver back. But
well,
it's not too late.
and lunch for free. But you know, whatever.
Look, we all know Sean's crazy. You don't have to hide it from us. It's okay.
Any rate.
So you know where to go? Lead on.
Yep.
McSean.
McSean. It is morning, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So, 2 mountains to the
who are we
east.
taking with us? Like, who's staying with the donkeys and who's coming with us?
Well, do the usual thing of leaving the NPCs with the donkeys.
Oh, and by the way, the bird said there's bad shit happens around here.
Oh, good. Well, let's not take too long then.
Yeah, the dark place is where our witch lives and where our Mai lives, and apparently this place is full of human-sized underground dwellers who eat everything in their path.
Cool.
Right.
Sounds a little.
Greenskins, perhaps.
Sounds a lot like orcs, yes.
Yep. So we can leave. I guess we can leave. Cinnamon with the group. I assume Hadrani would like to come with us, though, considering
Yes.
we've brought her along the entire way. So.
Yep, Hadney will definitely come with you guys.
Are we going to leave the Are we leaving the retainers behind too, or just?
Yeah, leave the retainers behind, I reckon.
Really?
Well,
They don't get XP if they don't come with us.
I doubt we're doing any fighting. Yeah, we might. Who knows?
Well, we could take the camp. We could take everyone with us for at least the 2 mountains over.
No.
could we?
That's the issue has been running into mountains before. Like we can't.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Like,
well,
we can't cross a mountain because there's no way to get through the passes. That's what I'm saying. We need to leave them here and then.
Yep. No, that's fair enough. Alrighty. Well, we'll see how we go.
So yeah, who are we taking? I guess it's up to the retainers or the masters of the retainers to decide that. They don't listen to us.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, that's fine. I guess we can leave them if you want.
Well, it's up to you. If we're gonna bring them, we can bring them.
Well, I'd prefer to bring mine.
Cool.
Well, can Theta adequately guard the donkeys?
Well, we're leaving Cinnamon there too, so.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Conveniently.
Well, I suppose Aaron can come along.
Cool. Awesome. So we'll leave Theta and Cinnamon with the donkeys, and we'll all head into the mountain, blindly following Sean.
Mm-hmm. Not for the first time.
Hey, when have I led you wrong?
I didn't say you were leading us wrong. I just said not the first time we blindly followed you.
Good.
Sure. So.
Okay, and you can start heading off. Leaving the donkeys behind with Theta is, Theta's not too happy to be looking after them in this area by himself. But
He's not by himself.
Oh, he doesn't consider Siobhan much of help.
That's chauvinist.
Perhaps.
It's pretty fair.
He's heard some things, but no, it's all right. Okay, but yeah, it's just a particularly precarious location, and
same strategy, leave the notches if he has to leave.
Yeah, the main issue is going to be having to sleep. It's going to be very difficult. There's only going to be one person able to be awake at any one time, and they're going to have to stay awake for long periods.
Again, this is also why we should.
I'll leave him 2 warning sticks, so that he can plant them at night.
Sure. Cool. He is very happy about that. All right, and you guys can start heading off through the mountains. It's pretty precarious. Can one of the hunters roll a wisdom check for me, please?
Want me to do that? Or what you do?
Maybe I should do it.
Considering you're leading us, yeah.
Considering my wisdom's 18.
Well, I need to brag.
So is it just D20?
D20 equal or under wisdom.
You know I'm going to roll a 20 now, don't you?
Yep, of course.
Hey!
Nice.
All right, that's fine. Okay, you start moving through. It's fairly hard going. It's awkward at the best of times. You find it pretty difficult. This is not an area that you are very familiar with. Being a hunter, you don't really have a lot of mountaineering experience. You're more in the plains or the foothills where there's much more game.
There's food.
Yeah. This is pretty awkward, and you've got people with you that are anything but comfortable in this area as well. Particularly the 2 retainers, Erin and Kukulane, don't have a lot of experience being out and about, and even more so in their newly acquired heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
But you are making progress. It's just slow.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I kept that light armor.
Yep.
Right. You'll make it to about there. You'll cross one mountain in one day. You notice that the mountains seem to drop away a little bit as you cross, so the next bit of mountains are probably going to start being a bit easier to traverse. You definitely came at it from the steeper and more treacherous side of this mountain ridge. That night, are you doing anything? Cold camp, hot camp, lukewarm camp?
Probably a cold camp. Like, I don't want to give away our position any more than that is in the mountain, I guess. Look, just from this is how Lens always operates. Whenever they're in a deep and unfamiliar territory, there's no, especially in a mountain range, it's better not to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I guess it depends on if there are trees around here that are thick enough for us to make like a shelter, or low enough that we can huddle under or something, or if we can find a cave or something like that. Like, you can't have a cold camp on the side of a mountain just without like winter gear.
Are we talking like an Australian mountain or a proper mountain?
Yeah, how tall are these mountains? How cold's it getting? Is there like snow?
There is no snow. It's not particularly cold. It's breezy. Definitely, you get a fairly brisk gust of wind through on a fairly regular basis, but you aren't going to freeze to death up here. You might end up with a hoarse throat in the morning because it's particularly rough on the throat when you're breathing. But other than that, it seems to be okay.
Sweet. That's good. Then yeah, cold camp seems fine.
Cool. Oakley dokley. In the morning, because nothing happens at night, you can start off again. Are you doing anything in particular?
I'm relearning a spell.
Okay.
Should I see if I can find another bird or another creature that would send us in the right direction?
I mean, don't you know what you've done already, or
don't you know what you've done?
Like, do you have enough information to try and get to the spot without doing that?
Well, let's go. Yeah, let's keep going over the next mountain and see how we get to there. I mean, I'm talking to birds, mate. They're not like rocket scientists here. I'm I'm trying to get what I can get.
Do you know that, or are you assuming?
Well, I'm assuming he didn't sound like a rocket scientist. He was pretty keen on shiny stuff.
Yeah, that's the power. He's shiny power.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've met a rocket scientist or two, and
he likes his.
Fine, he's a nuclear physicist, not a rocket scientist. It holds.
He's a theoretical astrophysicist. All right.
Nah, Alan and Aaron have met him too. I have met her too.
Okay. All right. In the morning, if you're not doing anything in particular, you guys start setting off. You're about halfway up the next mountain when you can all roll for me 1d6, please.
Okay.
Awesome.
Anyone who rolls a 1, 2, or a 3 is going to be surprised. If you're wearing a helmet, it's a 1, 2, 3, or a 4.
I am definitely surprised.
Yep.
I get a +1 and a minus.
God damn it.
For my familiar, but I still fail.
Yep.
This is a reaction roll, isn't it?
Nope, this is not a reaction roll, this is a straight up surprise roll.
Oh.
Surprise.
So does Sean wear a helmet?
Sean does wear a helmet.
So you are all surprised.
What?
We have Kukulane and Aaron with us, so Kukulane gets a fail, and Aaron
gets a
fail.
Excellent.
Yes, we are all surprised.
What about
Nice. What about the donkeys?
No.
I have them with you. Oh, Haradni. Someone can roll a d6 for Haradni.
Come on, Fredney.
Who's rolling?
Roll it. There you go.
Oh. I rolled the 1.
Nice.
Okay. Haradni is not surprised. Suddenly, you'll hear Haradni yell, "Watch out, troglodytes!" And
hey, look, we've got a few positions that are maybe not moving with the times as much as oof.
And suddenly, a hail of javelins will start to rain down upon you from up high.
Can I duck and cover?
I think I would have preferred a javelin of hails.
You are surprised suddenly and without the ability to do anything about it. You can't duck and cover just yet.
Just yet.
Okay. Let's roll, see how many of you guys are going to get thrown at you.
Man, my AC is bad.
Okay, so you each will get 1d4 javelins thrown in your general direction. Okay, so we'll start with Minerva. 3 javelins will be thrown at you.
Hello.
Are we considered flat-footed for this as well?
Flat-footed is a 3.5.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm just checking.
You hear from somewhere up above you the first
It kills them all just by being in existence.
What's your armor class?
2.
So that one will hit you.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
For 6 damage.
Oh, grunt.
Alright, Lenza.
Mm-hmm.
4 javelins are being flung in your general direction.
Oh, good.
Oh, they don't like you.
So, so that one sticks himself as well. So they're not starting off very good. Alright, second one.
Can we see them now?
You will in a second. That hits armor class 3.
Yep, that hits me.
This is bad.
1 damage.
Cool.
Third one will hit you.
Yeah, that's a hit.
No crits against you guys though. Lucky, because that would have been 18 damage.
Oh, that would have one-shot me.
Yeah.
Final attack will hit you.
Yep.
Five damage.
So that's what?
12
12
total.
damage in total. Jeez, okay.
I mean, you got your 3 javelins, so yeah.
Yep. Jaquan.
This is bad. Just assume they all hit.
3 javelins coming in your direction.
Your AC is better than that.
It's 5.
Yes, so well, they need 13s or higher to they need 13s or higher to hit you.
Okay.
So, on a plus side, we can't get a TPK.
Dude.
Because half the party's still at the camp.
Not in the first round, no.
You get hit for 1 damage by a javelin. Final javelin attacking you will hit.
It's on fire tonight.
I don't know, 2 of them also stick to themselves for 4 damage. Hypatia. Two javelins coming in your direction. What's your armor class?
Stuffed up my hit points again.
Oh, that might actually hit. Blah, 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 blah.
That's going to hit armor class 0. What's your armor class, sorry?
-1.
Ah, that bounces off your armor. They need 20s to hit you.
Wait, how are you a -1?
I need a token.
+1?
Right.
Just go and edit your character sheet. Oh,
yep. According to that, I have 7 hit points.
What have you done?
That is an excellent question.
Oh my god, what have you done? Alright, let me just chuck tokens on for you guys. There you go.
That's more like it.
Alright, so I think I had one more attack against Hypatia. And that is a miss. Alright, against Sean. What is your armor class, Sean? As you are targeted with 2 javelins.
My AC is 3, so you need 15s to hit.
Alright, and I should have had Haradni act first. We'll say Haradni ducked for cover.
Thanks, Haradni.
She didn't know that you guys were all surprised. Alright, miss. And miss. Alright.
Nice.
So, definitely, you guys are able to see these creatures. There are many, many of them swarming the high
I'll be back. Al can control me.
Okay.
That's right, we might leave it there.
Okay.
As you guys have been peppered with javelins from the high ground, so clearly you've lost already. They do control the high ground. You can see that there are, considerable numbers of them, and they are swarming over the rocks and the peaks from well up high. They seem to be preparing for another barrage of javelins as well.
That could be rude.
That's gonna suck.
Yup.
You guys are in a particularly precarious position, but the good thing is that there is plenty of cover that you can probably manage to get to before they are able to throw again. Being able to launch a counterattack is going to be awkward though. So we will call it there, because this will be probably a protracted combat, and I will put a map together for you for the beginning of the next session. How many hit points are you on, by the way, Lenza, after that?
6.
Yep.
Dang.
Not good.
Yeah. So for
Run
you to
away.
You reckon that you can count at, there's probably, actually, we'll say that Haradni would have got attacked as well, so let's see how many attacked her. She did go for cover, so they got -2 to hit her, so 2 attacks against her. They'll need, substantially higher than that. So they both miss her. Alright, so yes, we will call it there, and prepare for battle beginning of the next session.
Sweet.
Remember, you guys have got your blessings if you need them. So before we finish for the session, feel free to whisper to me who you believe was MVP for this session, and they will get bonus XP and a minor blessing. And whoever comes second will get their choice of XP or a minor blessing.
Back.
So we're going to call it there, Ro.
Cool.
Prepare for battle at the beginning of next session. So
Nice.
there are many of these troglodytes occupying the high ground. So again, as I mentioned, they've won
that's
already.
Bad.
Yep. So we're going to vote now for MVP. So whisper to me who you believe got MVP. You cannot vote for yourself. Whoever gets first will get a XP and a minor blessing. Whoever gets second will get a choice between XP and a minor blessing.
What's my whisper command?
/W space GM space, then the character name.
Oh, I just sent you a message, which I figured was the same.
That means I've got to open up Facebook.
Ah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But on the upside, it won't be on the recording.
So we can't get you can't see who everyone votes for.
It won't be because I have the recording happening as a player.
Ah, nice.
So it's /W GM.
/W space GM space. Yep.
Message. Cool. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so Jaquan will win that.
Thank you all. Or the one person.
Yep. And second place will be Sean. Sean, do you wish to have XP or a blessing?
Oh. I mean, XP would be awesome because it would get me definitely over the level.
Yeah.
But I'll probably need the blessing to survive. So I think I'm going to go the blessing.
Alright,
Love it.
Let me deal one card to...
Minor blessing. I can discard to that deck. If I hover over it, it says minor blessing discard.
Oh, there you go. That's how you discard then. But don't do it. Let me give one to...
No, because I want to keep my...
Where's Sean? Why doesn't it let me do Sean? I have to type
Good
it in.
idea, because
Sean.
if you survive this encounter, you probably will ding once we get to training.
Alright, so did the two of you get a new blessing?
Yes.
I just read what you got. That's a pretty good one.
Yep. Not necessarily in this circumstance, but yep.
Cool. Alright.
Damn, I wish I didn't leave my long spear at home.
Okay, well, thanks for that. We'll pick it up
Thank
next
you,
time.
Mr. GM, sir.
Hey, thank you. That was
And good to be back.
Hopefully Cinnabon will come in and
yes,
rescue us.
welcome back. I will say it is an improvement over the other Kruber.
You guys really hated him then.
Yeah.
Look,
yes, we did.
Look, you are at least a decent, somewhat competent meat shield. I highly doubt Cal would have been anywhere near as good.
That hits me right in the tower shield.
Exactly.
I just like not getting "I am Kruber now" in answer to everything you say.
Don't give him any ideas.
True.
Wonderful.
Yep, that was a blood vessel that burst.
Cool. Alright, thanks guys.
Cheers.
See ya.
See ya.